Well, thanks for joining me in my backyard. It's about 11 o'clock at night, and it just happened to be a perfect night for a fire. So I've got the fire going here in the background, and I never waste an opportunity, you know that, to do a cigar review. So tonight I've got The Reckoning. See this band right there? It says by Studio Tobac on it, and on this Studio Tobac, they're actually produced by Oliva. So you can see this is kind of like the same size as like their nubs. This is about a about 3 3/4, or maybe might get to 5, or sorry, not 5, 4, by about 60 gauge around. So it's a fat cigar, but it's a short cigar, and I didn't want something that was going to burn all night long, just because it's late already. I'm just kind of really want a nightcap now. I'm purposely going in blind on this one. I just kind of researched just to see who actually produced The Reckoning, because I wasn't sure about the Studio Tobac name. As far as the roll goes, it's a really nice roll. It's very similar looking to a nub. I would almost say this is a nub with a different banding. I actually haven't had any of the short fat nubs. None that I can remember, anyway. See, and that's the problem with smoking so many cigars and owning a cigar shop, is that you end up smoking a ton of cigars, which is, is a problem. So, as far as this goes, like I said, it's a really nice roll. Lots of green earth on the actual cold draw. Starting to taste something else in there, but just kind of green earth. So I'm actually going to do this one in about half. So I'm going to smoke it to the half, tell you what to get, and then do down here the second half, just because it's so short. Unless something pops up and it's just super complex. So I'm going to light this up. So got a good light on this thing. It's starting to smolder really well. I know that sounds kind of silly for having just lit a cigar, but this is something I've noticed on a lot of like the fatter cigars, is they have more of like a smolder to them. It's almost kind of like that classic, oh hey, there's a guy sitting in his easy chair and there's just that cigar that's just sitting there just like smoldering. I've noticed that that's really only on like larger cigars, from my experience. I'm not sure if it's just because there's so much tobacco burning all at once, versus something like a Robusto or a Corona size. So just something to point out. There's an intense spice that comes off right away. Which just really was not there on the cold draw at all. I'm gonna go with some leathers on this. That spice is kind of overshadowing everything. I feel like there's some like really intense like green coffees in there, a real kind of a leatheriness that's happening, but that spice is really just getting you all right there on both sides of the tongue. So it's really kind of hard to pick out anything right away. But like most spice bombs, I'm thinking this one's going to calm down here later on, and we'll be able to get a whole lot more of those other flavors here going. I'm not sure if this is just like a trademark of spice cigars. When I say that, I mean like Habano wrappers, Mexican San Andreas, things like that. To just have a super intensive spice bomb, I'm not sure if it's just because like my palate was totally clean and I didn't have anything on there kind of there to soften the blow of the spice, so that's why it just seems so intense all at once. Because as I've been smoking cigars, I've noticed that they do go down as far as spice level as I'm going, and really kind of mellow out. But I'm thinking that it really shouldn't be doing that. I mean my tongue, not the cigar. So I'm going to smoke this through the first half, like I said I would, and be back in 1 sec your time. You're a little bit over halfway through this Reckoning. You can see the ash is just hanging on fantastically. This is kind of a trademark of the Oliva nubs. I don't know if you've ever seen their advertisement where it's their cigar standing, I guess, standing on a tabletop, and there's about gosh, a 1/4 inch left of it, and it's nothing but ash all the way down. Pretty cool little thing. But I mean, here's this ash just hanging on. Gotta fall off, and it's not going anywhere until it probably goes on my lap, as you guys know. All here into this has just been real rich tobacco. There's a really nice coffee coming off. I wouldn't say it's creamy coffee, just kind of a plain old straight black coffee happening. That spiciness is gone. There's a little bit of like a confectioner sugar sweetness happening as well. It's just real brief right there on kind of like that first exhale as you let it go out of your mouth. It's one of those blink and you'll miss it flavors, but if you're really thinking about it, it's definitely there. Interesting, because this is actually the first cigar that I've ever even referenced confectioner sugar to. How it's kind of, if you ever had confectioner sugar versus the plain cane sugar, it's got like that powdery texture, and of course, not as sweet. But this has been just a great cigar so far. Really happy with this. Again, like I was saying, that kind of spicy bite is totally gone. And I will say the cigar is burning a lot quicker than I thought it would. I have been consistently puffing on it, but not puffing like a freight train or anything. But very good with that reckoning. I like this cigar so far. It's nice and bold. It's definitely medium to full body. I would say it's not over the top, though. If you smoked 4 or 5 cigars, you could definitely get into this one. If you like anything Maduro, this will be right up your alley. So I'm going to get here into this last, I guess less than half now. See if I get any changes, but like I said, just real rich flavors coming through. Really enjoying this so far, and I'll be right back for you in 1 second. So thanks for sticking with me here, well past midnight. You can see this ash is just hanging on fantastically still. It's got a little splintering going on. But that first ash just hung on really well. This one is doing the exact same thing, just being great. You can see I've got about less than an inch here, and I feel like if you would smoke this like this, you could easily get it all the way down to that just very last with the ash still intact. You see there. Right there. See the burn right here? It's just been almost razor sharp. Just fantastic. So kudos to Oliva. Another great Oliva cigar. Here in the last half, it's got really nice tones of baking chocolate, really nice tones of coffee. There's an excellent wood taste that's happening on your lips. That spiciness is all gone. It's just super rich in the flavors. So great cigar. Thank you to Knock for actually giving me this one. One that he got in a sampler pack he bought, and that he treated me to a whole sampler pack. So yeah, kudos to him, and then kudos to Oliva, and of course Studio Tobac. I'm not sure if this is one of those things where it's like Squire by Fender. I'm assuming it is, but I'm really seeing no difference in quality any way between the nub and this Studio Tobac Reckoning. This has just been a great cigar overall. Great for keeping me company on this nice, cool very last day of April night. Man, I'm really loving that. Really loving that taste that's coming off on the lips. It's just a real light, almost like a woodiness also happening here. Just very good. You can see here I am this far into it, and I would really like to keep this going, but it's getting pretty dang hot here, even with this screw I've got in my hand. Of course, it's a super short screw, but I will continue to smoke this. See the ash burns, not quite white, more to a grayish blackish. I did touch this up once, just because I felt like it was burning a little off, but I didn't feel like it had to be touched up. I just wanted to, enjoying the evening. So fantastic cigar overall. Definitely recommend this if you find these. definitely pick them up. I'm assuming that they go for around the same price as the Nubs by Oliva, that $6-7 range. Totally worth it. This one burned for a good solid hour and a half. Had no trouble keeping it burning at all. And again, that ash just holding on just fantastically. So if you're not there already, brothersfinetobacco.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to pet your dogs. And as always, thank you for watching. Well, good